There ain't no grave can hold my body down. There ain't no grave can hold my body down.
With the 53rd pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Hurts, quarterback, Oklahoma.
Man, I really thought he was going to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers, but he ended up going to a team in Pennsylvania. That is the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts is an Eagle. But anyway, the NFL is a business, and we as fans have to understand that.
The 53rd pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Hurts, quarterback, Oklahoma.
What the fuck? We have too many Eagles fans that are getting upset at Howie Roseman for drafting Jalen Hurts. People are saying that Howie is disrespecting Carson Wentz because Carson Wentz has done so much for that franchise, especially last year when he took a depleted Eagles roster to the playoffs and he broke some records along the way, only to get injured in the postseason. But the truth is, Eagles fans, despite Carson Wentz being productive when healthy, it is not about Carson Wentz. It is about Doug Peterson having stability at the quarterback position. You know, Doug Peterson does not get enough credit by the media nor Eagles fans. Doug Peterson is the same coach that took the Eagles to a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback and won a shootout against Brady with Nick Foles in Nick Foles' second stint with the Eagles. This was the same year that Carson Wentz was having an MVP caliber season, but Doug Peterson did not choke when Carson Wentz got injured. Then, once again in the following year, Doug Peterson has to play a season with multiple quarterbacks, and he still takes the Eagles to the playoffs. They win a playoff game, and they barely lost to the Saints. But a lot of people in the media kept saying that Nick Foles was clutch, he was better than Carson Wentz, blah, blah, blah. No, it was not Nick Foles, it was Doug Peterson, and every time Nick Foles plays for another franchise, he sucks. And the Philadelphia Eagles had a lot of injured players that year, especially on offense. Then last season, it proved how good of a coach Doug Peterson was because they didn't have Nick Foles, and Mr. Doug Peterson still took the Eagles to the playoffs with a winning record and a division title. And he barely lost to the Seahawks despite Carson Wentz getting injured. So can you imagine what a creative mind like Doug Peterson can do with a quarterback like Jalen Hurts? I mean, Doug Peterson has coached Alex Smith, and Jalen Hurts is not that far off. Actually, I see Jalen Hurts as a type of Dak Prescott, Alex Smith hybrid. I have no idea why fools keep comparing him to Taysom Hill. Doug Peterson has made use of almost every quarterback that he has coached for the Eagles, and even some for the Chiefs, and Howie Roseman knows that. And despite what people think, drafting Jalen Hurts was a good signing by the Eagles. I mean, Jalen Hurts knows what it is like to sit behind a superstar quarterback because he did that in college at Alabama. So I believe he is in a great situation with Philly, working with a creative offensive mind. I mean, Howie Roseman did try to trade up for CeeDee Lamb, but he couldn't. Right now, Howie Roseman is thinking long-term for this Eagles team. I do not think that the Eagles had a bad draft. I mean, they did draft some small-named receivers, but sometimes players drafted in the late rounds can be gems. I mean, look at Terry McLaurin or Antonio Brown post-CTE. I mean, Eagles fans, you guys have to stop acting like Carson Wentz is irreplaceable. I mean, if the Green Bay Packers can draft Aaron Rodgers' replacement, and the New England Patriots got rid of Tom Brady, and the Chargers finally let go of goofy-ass Phillip Rivers, and we've seen the Colts without Andrew Luck, what makes you think that the Eagles can't replace an injury-prone quarterback with another quarterback with no known injury history? Like I said in a video months ago, the quarterback position is disposable in this generation, and you always hear different NFL fan bases talking about replacing their quarterbacks. No place is safe for the quarterback position right now, and that's all I have to say.